First, let's start with Alicia Roberts down at the shore in Atlantic City, where the focus now is on that cleanup. Alicia, start us off.
Yeah, good evening to you, Joe. Good evening, everyone. I hope it is warm where you are because you can certainly feel the cold setting in. Here in Atlantic City, they picked up more than 16 inches of snow. It was one of the last places to see relief from today's blizzard. And after the flakes stopped flying, really the issue today was the winds howling in and hampering efforts to clean up all that white stuff.
Nor'easter. It came in hard.
Despite the plows paving the way, driving to the shore Saturday along a snow-covered AC Expressway was just as slippery as being at the shore, where the winds whipped along the famed boardwalk for the brave few who braved the late January blizzard. Along Atlantic Avenue, the shops and streets were mostly empty, filled only by the sound of the shovels.
I woke up this morning and yeah, got a head start on it.
After the final flakes fell, the locals started to venture out, some more successful than others.
Trying to go home, and I turned too quickly as I was stopping and slid right into a snowdrift.
While the white stuff was a hassle for many, several go-getters we spotted were only seeing green.
Doing DoorDash, you know, trying to make some money.
Rent is on the 1st, and I'm gonna have my rent money for the 1st.
Donning a bathrobe and a hustle, Amir Maynor was racing to beat the sunset.
Trying to get people out of the driveways and do the pathways before it start getting real cold and icy, you know?
Small wins were the name of the game here. Neighbors came together to get the job done.
Everyone just kind of lends a hand if they can, so just that kind of place.
Yeah, the shore was one of the areas hit the hardest, but despite that, we saw a lot of folks helping one another today. Looking live right now over the Atlantic City skyline, a pretty shot right now as the snow is reflecting off of the casino and hotel lights. But again, the big concern here will be the ice. You can feel it on the sideways. It is slick as those temperatures continue to fall. And by the way, Joe, this was the 9th snowiest day on record for Atlantic City today.
I believe that, Alicia. And let's talk about your own trip down. I saw your video from the Atlantic City Expressway. Did you notice at some point the snow totals just seemed to be higher and higher as you went eastward?
Well, Joe, yeah, you're exactly right. You know, the plows had their work cut out for them. If they were keeping on top of the snow that was falling as it was coming down, then you had to factor in the wind. Anything that was plowed had the potential to blow back onto the roadway surfaces. So most of the roadways that we were driving in on, including the Atlantic City Expressway, were for the most part snow covered. And that continues throughout the day here. If you look behind me right now, the off-ramp here from the Atlantic City Expressway into town is still mostly snow covered. You can kind of hear the car tires skating across the top. They're crunchy right now, so that tells you everything is also freezing over. You can also see it in the headlights here. The roadway surfaces are shiny. Most of the roads here in Atlantic City, including at least this off-ramp right now, is not treated. So the cautionary tale, just because the snow has stopped falling, we are not out of the woods here, certainly along the Jersey Shore, where there is still a lot of cleanup to be done. Joe?